Hi, I'm Jane, and it's August 15th, a very humid day in Minnesota, and I'm reading pages 15 to 20 of my nonfiction book on adult child estrangement and my conversion to Catholic monasticism. I am a registered Lutheran and go to the Baptist church frequently, but I've also studied the Catholic faith for over 25 years. When I wrote a screenplay about priests who burned draft cards in the 60s and who they followed and what their belief system was. This is the book. If you are interested in buying it for $10, you can buy it directly from me or from Amazon. Please leave a comment below in the comments section on this video. So I'm starting out with day 80, where I left off before. In the last video, my makeup was messed up, and it still kind of is, but I fixed it. There, I fixed it. Okay, so hopefully you can understand clearly. I'm not going to read super fast. I want to have it done correctly. Day 80. It's been 80 days since I've seen my son. I mark it by days and dates. Everything feels normal on the days I teach. Teaching makes me feel useful. I teach in a pool with a lot of younger seniors in their early to mid 60s. We are all part of a conglomerate trying to make the Duluth School District a better place. I don't want to put any more conscious effort into Fletcher's current state of being. I have externally and internally let him go. I chose to keep him in the forefront of my mind amid many struggles, and I made a commitment in 1997 to go through with the pregnancy. He has double cursed me in a way. He is ungrateful, complicated, and not easy to love. Everything remains below the surface. I find different ways to express my love to him on private YouTube videos, but I use non-confrontational approaches to our current non-speaking relationship. I read him Bible verses and try to empower his ideas about the kingdom of heaven. Fletcher will do fine without me, perhaps. Day 81, January 29th, 2025. All the goodwill on earth can be thwarted by one despairing person who wants to crush the desire for good. A person who overtly wants to destroy a heart. Any intentional action to cause separation and malice. From a different point of view, the actions of this one pivotal person can be seen as an active act of withdrawal, removing oneself so they can obtain their own autonomy, unwilling to pay $60 a month for utilities to buy one's own car insurance, being resentful towards people just trying to help him. He withdrew all his new furniture and retreated to a place he has never been to create a full new identity. Someone has hurt him. He knows deep within himself who it is. I suspect it's his father, who is simply self-involved and got deported when he was 4 years old. His father's own foolish actions got him deported. It caused hurt within my son. If I have hurt him, I have not tried. I tried to demonstrate love too many times. Life has gotten in the way of my grieving, but I have had some fringe contact with my son. I know that my son somehow listens to unlisted YouTube videos because he is the only one with the link and I can count how many times he watches them. My other connection is informing him what kind of U.S. mail comes to my door weekly that is for him. I instructed him on YouTube channel how to handle it. I am now backing off from this kind of motherliness. February 8th, day 92. The gray skies have crept in. Winter was piling up like an overridden used car lot full of scrap. Scraping windows was an everyday delicacy, an accomplished feat until the next unexpected snowfall. The plows the plows chopped up the older snow and ice on the street, and they became big geometric frozen tiles in chunks on the street side of our cars. Getting off work at 7 a.m., I debated between relaxing and getting Monopoly Go points or sending my son another enlightening video. The droll of winter marched on, and I found myself in captivity as I do every winter. After evicting the Canadian Jamaican immigrant who lived with me for 2 months and lied about his immigration status, I share an empty bedroom and felt like no one should inhabit it. I was in stalemate of now living in a haunted 2-bedroom apartment with no one to share my love or life. I have loved enough in this life, and 2 of my children are in heaven. I have not been in love for years, and the only good men in Duluth are married. Oftentimes, I just shut the door to my son's bedroom and shut out my feelings. I still have his poster-sized picture of the military on the back side of my bedroom door. February 8th, 2025, day 112. Busyness makes me a confident citizen, wiping out your memory. Going to school every day, following an overnight shift, circulates me in the most viable center of Duluth, away from isolationism. Was that the intended result? No. Respecting your privacy is equivalent to the name you have for yourself. Your email is disappearing entity at suchandsuch.com. It's transcribed in your email. This literally is the phrase my son has used in his email. It was a conscious choice to withdraw from society and not to work again. March 10th, day 122. I count time the same way I look forward to death. My insides are replenished after sleep, but I wake up to another day of you in the distance. I assume you are doing well. You changed your profile picture for only the second time in 4 months. The first time it was in December, and you changed it then to your airport picture in Minnesota in May of 2024 before you left for London. Now you have a picture of yourself in an attractive desert gear in the lower Mojave while living on base. The cover photo was changed to a picture on a pond somewhere in Southern California. You live on the East Coast, but there is no representation of the East Coast. Just past images of places you told me you did not necessarily like. For all I know, you have been traveling coast to coast in your Subaru, and you may be in California, our home state. It is, if not for watching YouTube videos, I would feel completely cut off from you. March 11th, day 123. Passing through the surreal hour, you have watched my cosmic new YouTube video, possibly 7 times today already. I am in the dungeon of your unseen cognitive processing. I am a dwarf pigeon in your non-voluntary response. I am creating a small fractured audience of you and only you. I am also developing a resistance to your non-responsiveness day in I'm sorry. I added a run-on sentence. I'll reread it. I am creating a small fractured audience of you and only you. I am also developing a resistance to your non-responsiveness. Day to oblivion. Thomas Merton's spirit regenerated in me as I parallel read his autobiography, converging the existence of two Christians while vanquishing my own existence. I feel like I had purged my soul of all material things except for to save money for the ultimate escape. I would land down somewhere near the Mississippi in the southern part of the state. I would torch the past and forget about problems that have burdened me. I would be immune from the madness and chaos known as Donald Trump in the spring of 2024. I may pause the internet. My mother identity is a split fortress, and my spiritual identity is taking over. I am numb, but living in the Spirit of God. March 16th, 2025, day 128. A reality is setting in which I cannot forge a new path. Is there a brighter future when someone does not say goodbye? He stood and walked among me and packed things in his car and was silent. He thought I forsook him. I did not. I offered many times to stay, but he did not want that. He left. He now has watched my YouTube videos endlessly, and now I have stopped doing them for a while. I have no way to reach him because I don't want to put myself out there. I can rejoice in other people's lives, but my own life has become a shielded disaster. I listened to Charles Stanley and Chuck Swindoll. Chuck Swindoll asked me to use another brick, to build with another brick. I am beyond devastation in this world. Something bad has happened this week. I feel weak that I cannot continue. I know what death feels like in life, and I am traversed by my own unmarked grave. If I had enough money, I would want to move. That way I could get away from all the pain that has been inflicted on me by one place of business or general trials that I have endured in Duluth. By the way, 90% of it was the weather. How can I be strong for Fletcher if I am weak myself? I have told the line. I have provided for him and he is still absent. I want to make amends. I want to find him. March 18th, 2025, day 130. The sun rises gently in the sky. This time of year, the sun comes out periodically. Even though we have had some unseasonably warm weather, March is a violent month. It often snows, rains hard, there is mud everywhere. Is the violence of winter purging and things that die out the necessity for rebirth? Not all who make it through the winter are guaranteed survival. So I'm going to stop on April 2nd, day 145. And my next segment that I'll read tomorrow is about my religious enlightenment that I found after my son had been gone for quite a while. So the next part I would say is way more fascinating. Thank you for listening.